from Hollywood over there. People losing their brains for Joe Jonas to just look across the street. Joe, I mean, screaming out. It's crazy. It was cool, but it was crazy. There are all various kinds of things in this world, silly as they all could be, that we cry out for, that we scream out for. You know what makes me sad about the end of the series more than anything? With a church this size now, a group this size, inevitably there's some percentage of people who are going to leave this series today and walk out of these doors and will not encounter God in His strength, His provision, involving them in His plan in redeeming this world with His love. There will be people who miss it. There will be people content enough with their careers, content enough with where their career is right now, even in a recession. Whatever your market is or your industry, it's okay enough that it leaves you feeling satisfied in life. There are some, I think, who will probably leave the series and they have family and kids, blessings of God, absolute blessings of God, but family and kids where the circumference of life around the home and the family activities keeps you busy enough that you feel you're living out your life potential. I think there are people maybe making enough money that you feel happy enough with the way life is right now. And it makes me sad. It really does. It's sad to me. As I prepared this message today, I seriously grew sad that there are going to, inevitably in a group this size, there are going to be some people who are just okay enough. On the flip side, there are people leaving this series as God-first people. I know it. I've gotten notes from many of you. I've heard some of the stories. It's not easy putting God first. There's things that have to change and there's sacrifices, but I got one particular note where somebody, it was actually a husband and wife, told me their lives are different. Their lives are different, and they didn't realize how hard this was going to be, but their lives are different, and they love it with God at the center. You know, God-first people possess a quality that is different from all others. And it's this: they are not afraid to cry out for God. I don't mean they're serious about coming to church. I don't mean that they take seriously what we talked about in the series, or that they read their Bibles, or that they're growing. I mean, there are moments in life where they cry out for God. And it is a quality that all God-first people possess. I used some silly examples here this morning. Can you think of a time when you saw somebody cry out in absolute desperation? Maybe it was you. You ever done that? You ever been in a circumstance where you needed to know? You were alone and you needed that friend. You didn't know the answer with your career. You were at rock bottom. Have you ever reached a point where you've cried out for someone or for something or an answer, and it came from deep within you? Amy and I, when we had Reagan, our 7-year-old, she was in the NICU for a week. It was 7 or 8 days in the NICU. She aspirated fluid when she was born during the delivery. She breathed in the fluids and basically started